What's going on, everybody? Sean Doan here, and in this video I wanted to go over how I built 5 streams of income by age 25. I wanted to make this video because I see a lot of other videos on the same topic that is getting a ton of views, so I'm like, man, I gotta make a video on this too. However, I do have a lot of things that I want to cover on the topics such as, when to go from active income, which is like your job, or active businesses like self-publishing, Amazon FBA, etc., and put the money into passive investments like real estate and stocks as well. So hopefully the information is useful to you, and let's get into it. So the first one, obviously, if you've been following my channel, I talk a lot about self-publishing, publishing books on Amazon, and making money via the royalties. And the great thing about this is you don't even have to write the book yourself. You can, outsource a lot of the creation. Doesn't mean, our book quality is bad. We're just kind of outsourcing to people who can write it better than us. But that's the main business that I do. It's been pretty steady at $15,000 per month for a really long time now. A lot of it is profit, and that's my first business here. I'm not gonna go and show the dashboard for each one just because I've done that plenty of times in my other videos, so I didn't want it to do that in this video. If you're new to the channel and if you want to check it out, definitely check out my other videos on that as well. But once I start building up the publishing business, and I was at a point where first, when you're starting your business, right, you always want to reinvest 100% of what you make back into the business so you can keep increasing your income and keep making more money. But I was at a point where, I was spending maybe like $3,000-$4,000 a month back into the business. But, if you're making $15,000 and you're, spending $4,000, then you have $11,000 left, right? Even after taxes, you have maybe like, $8,000 or something that's kind of like just sitting there. So basically any extra money that I had, I started putting it into real estate. So with real estate, what I do is it's actually pretty interesting. So I don't do rental properties. I wish I could do it in the future, but for now, I do something a little more easier to start, which is we buy and sell lands. And what we do is we buy lands cheap and we sell it to people who want to maybe build a house on it or something. Whatever they want to do, they buy from us. And oftentimes these people pay in installment plans, so they pay a little bit every single month. So often the average is, I think, like $300 a month. So that's like 10 properties, I guess, that adds up to $3,000 per month. Now, it's not 100% like forever, because if they pay off the land, then the income will stop as well. But the idea is the same here. You want to reinvest the money you make back into buying more lands and selling it to more people and keep increasing the numbers here. So right now I have about, I think, 10 properties that I haven't sold, and I'm just holding on to it. So if you sell that, maybe I can get to like $5,000, $6,000 a month by the end of the year, or perhaps next year. But yeah, so that's how you do it with real estate, or that's what I've been doing with real estate. And with affiliate marketing, what I do is basically I talk about this video exactly, right? I talk about what I'm doing with my entrepreneurship journey. A lot of videos is about self-publishing, but sometimes I talk about personal finance and these kind of like money videos as well. And if there's any products that I can recommend, or that I personally use and like, and that I think people can benefit from, I recommend that in the video, and leave a link to my affiliate link in the description. And then people will just go and use that and purchase my recommended products, and I get a commission for it. So I only recommend what I use and what I think is good for the viewers. But that commission adds up to around $1,500 per month right now. So that is increasing, and I'm very happy about that. So thank you everybody for using my link and purchasing, whatever I recommend from it. So the fourth one is dividends from stocks. So dividend income is very interesting because, there's a lot of stocks that pays dividends, and you don't even have to sell the stock to make money. If the stock is a dividend paying stock, you basically just need to purchase the stock and hold on to it, and you get paid dividends periodically. So that is how it works. However, the main issue with dividend stocks or dividend investing is that it is such a small amount that you get paid compared to how much money you have to invest to get paid to it. Because I make like $50 to $100 per month, I think, from dividends, and I have about $20,000 invested in the stock market. Provided that it is not a dividend stock, like specifically, I don't invest for dividends, so I just buy like index funds, and some of the index funds has a small percentage of dividends to it. So if you're like, purely investing for dividend stocks, then you can, look for higher percentage dividend payers and make a little more from the same amount of money invested, I think. But it is still very, very small. Like if I can choose between investing into stocks or investing into a business, I would much rather spend the money into a business so that I can increase my income much more quickly than investing into stocks. It's very, very slow in stocks. And the only reason I have my money in stocks is because I had some extra money that was sitting around that I wanted to invest that I couldn't put into real estate or publishing because, that was going as fast as it could. So it was just extra money there. So that is what I do. It is still something, and I'm happy with how much I make from dividends. And the fifth one is YouTube AdSense. This is something I'm very, very excited about because it is a brand new source of income that just happened a couple weeks ago when I was finally approved with to monetize my videos and put ads to it. So I just put ads in the beginning of the video and at the end of the video. And I thought because of the view count that I get is like just a couple hundred views per video, and my subscriber count is like, only 2,000, right? So it's not a lot. I thought I'll be making much less than this with YouTube AdSense. But if you look at the analytics, since I turned on AdSense, I made $140 in the last 28 days, which really, really surprised me. And I'm very happy with that. So if you guys are watching this, make sure you watch all the ads. Don't skip it. I'm just kidding. You can skip it. But yeah, I'm happy with that. And I feel like it's gonna go, keep getting higher as I increase my videos that I publish. But those are the 5 streams of income. I have a couple other ones, but those are the 5 main ones that adds up to that much on average. And the main thing I wanted to talk about here is a lot of times people think there's a saying that says, oh, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, right? So people think, oh my God, I have to go and make, 7 streams of income as well. So they go and try and start like 7 different businesses at the same time. So they go and do self-publishing, and then they also do Amazon FBA and selling courses and affiliate marketing, right? They'll go and start, these businesses at the same time, and that is definitely not the approach you want to take. What I recommend to really, make your wealth building process smooth is just have one active income source, which could be your main business, so active business like self-publishing, uh, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, agencies, whatever you're working on. Those are something that takes a good chunk of your time, but then you can really, make a lot of money from it. So that'll be the active business. And then I would, save that money and invest in one passive income source. So whether that's real estate or dividends, I'm sorry, stocks, right? It doesn't have to be dividend investing. You can just do like index funds and investing as well. The reason why I recommend this is because, first of all, one business itself takes a lot of time. Even if self-publishing is like pretty passive, that allows you to go and build different businesses, it still takes a lot of time if you're trying to really actively build it. So that is why, I would just rather have one business to keep yourself focused and not get distracted on other businesses. Because if you go and try and build, a lot of times I see guys trying to build multiple business, at the same time, and every single business that they have doesn't go anywhere because they're too spread thin. And compared to like people who just focus on one business, they go really, really deep and they really make a lot of money from their one business. And so you definitely want to diversify your income so you're not relying on one source, but that really comes after you build up that one source to a certain point. So with self-publishing, that's what I do. And in terms of investment, I just said like I would focus on just one passive income or passive investment source. And then I have two, right? I have real estate and stocks. So you might be thinking, why? That's because I got lucky with real estate. So with real estate, I don't do anything. I have a partner that I just give them the money that I have to invest. They go and find deals and they go and close the deals, and they also sell the properties for me. And all I do is give them the money to buy the lands, and then also to give them a cut of the profit. So, you could do partnership deals like that. I got super lucky knowing this person. I'm not gonna say who, but a lot of you probably know. And so that is why I don't do anything with real estate. So for me, my main focus is learning stocks because my partner knows a lot about real estate. So for me, I'm just studying stocks. So I know a lot more about stocks than real estate actually. So that is why I have two. However, I would just focus on one and one first, right? Until you really get it down and you're very knowledgeable, then you can go and start the other one. So with affiliate marketing and YouTube, I mainly talk about what I do. So it is technically, diversifying or diverting your attention with a second business. But it is congruent to the first business because I just talk about what I do and what's working with my business in self-publishing, right? So that is what I do, and I think it's pretty. So I look at it as the same business, right? Self-publishing and affiliate marketing. I would never go and start a completely different business like an ad agency or drop shipping or something like that because that's just gonna spread me too thin, and I can't like focus on both businesses. So that is exactly what I do. I look at this as the same thing, one business. So that's what I recommend is to have one active business to make money from, and increase your income, and then one passive investment to hold that money and invest the money. If you have a job, obviously you have to do both, right? Your job and a active business. So both will be an active income kind of thing. But that's just how it is, if your business is just starting up, of course, you need the job to fund the business. But anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is the concept of being frugal, right? Or minimalism, or financial minimalism is probably the best way to explain this. So yeah, don't get tricked by these saying that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, this and that. No, just focus on building one at a time, and go slow. You don't want to build 7 at the same time, or even 2 at the same time, right? But the next thing I want to talk about is financial minimalism. The next thing I want to talk about is financial minimalism because as long as you understand the concept of being frugal, and you learn how to live life and enjoy life with less money, it is such a powerful thing because, you know, I'm very, very frugal in terms of I live very small. My rent, I never increased my living expenses. This is called lifestyle inflation, where you spend more money to live. You spend more on your lifestyle as you make more money, right? So, if you're spending maybe $2,000 a month to live, but then you start making more money, you start making $5,000 a month, as an example, then a lot of times people will go and increase their monthly expenses to match that. So they will start spending $5,000 a month to live, right? They're buying new things, taking more travels, more vacations, eating out more. And that's called lifestyle inflation. But as long as you keep that up, you're always just breaking even. You're never able to save any money. And you're always going to be in the hamster wheels, right? In the rat race. So to break out of that, you have to embrace what's called a financial minimalism. So that's, I feel like that's what I do. I spend $1,000 to live for my living expenses. Of course, we don't consider like business expenses, but in terms of, how much I spend to live, I live very small. And this is how much I've been spending to live when I first started working when I was like 19. When I had a job, I was living off $1,000 a month because I wasn't making any money, right? Just from the job, I was making little money from the job. So as I started increasing my income from my business and from my investments, I never increased this income, the $1,000 I need to live, right? So I started saving a lot of money, more and more money every single month as I make more income. And I just kept on investing the money back into my investments in my business, and I just kept on increasing this here. So as long as you can do that, getting out of the rat race is like really, really easy. Because at this point, right, even if I lose, I mean, my publishing business income alone covers my living expenses multiple times in a month. Even if I lose my publishing income, because I live so small, my real estate income alone covers 3 times how much I make or how much I need to live uh, on my own. And then my affiliate, even if I lose my real estate, my affiliate marketing income alone covers, my living expenses. Even if I lose that, I'm sure, very soon, couple months in the future, maybe not a couple months, I don't know how long it'll take, but hopefully, YouTube AdSense income alone will cover my living expenses. So as long as you can embrace financial minimalism and, live very small, keep your expenses down, and you just focus on increasing your income, it's very easy to get out of the rat race. And, when I say very easy, it's very simple, right? It's not technically easy to, actually do this, but the concept itself is, very easy and simple to understand. So that is, long story short, I don't know how long the video is, but that's just what I wanted to cover, is basically to live small, focus on one business at a time. Don't get tricked into, people saying you need multiple streams of income. You got to diversify. You diversify when you're ready, when that business is, stabilized. And yeah, and focus on one active income and then one passive income in the beginning is what I would recommend. So I kind of just rambled around in this video. I never had a structure to follow. So if you guys like this kind of, me just talking randomly, definitely let me know. But if you want me to get to the point more and, want more structure in the video, let me know in the comments too. And I can definitely do that. But hopefully it was helpful and hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't. Join the Facebook group if you haven't yet. We talk about self-publishing, affiliate marketing, and personal finance topics. It's a free Facebook group. You can mastermind with other people. I'll leave a link in the description. And if you want to learn how to make money self-publishing, then I have a free course. I'll leave a link in the description as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.